Well, Daniel Katz was one of the founders of social psychology. He was particularly influential in the domains of racial prejudices, as well as in the domain of methodology in social psychology. Now, my personal background and my interest in cultural differences seem to tie up to one of the foundations that he provided to social psychology, that is racial differences and discrimination between the people.
Igor is the equivalent to the sort of person who comes along only every now and then, even at a place like Michigan, which has extremely talented students in general. The main project, as far as I'm concerned, that Igor has worked on, certainly the main one with me, is the Wisdom Project, showing that as people get older, they get wiser, at least with respect to their ability to analyze social conflict. From that standpoint, it's a very important study. It's certain to be in the introductory psychology texts. And it was picked up by the New York Times, it was picked up by the Associated Press, and ran in countless publications around the world.
Well, wisdom has been studied for at least 4,000 years in philosophy, more recently in psychology. There are many definitions. The one that our research group focuses on is the definition of wisdom as a set of pragmatic reasoning schemas that are helpful with dealing with social conflicts. Such things as search for compromise or recognition of limits of your own knowledge. I'm interested in the question, how can people think about conflicts in ways that they will be able to resolve them adaptively? And if the conflicts affect the emotions, how can they resolve the negative emotions associated with conflict in adaptive ways? Even though I knew that my immigration would lead to some difficulties and to some level of adjustment, I was not entirely prepared for difficulties that emerged from this. For example, quite often people were perceiving me as negative and miserable because of that I was like sort of in a sense of misery. I had questions like, Igor, why are you so unhappy? In class, I remember still yet one of the social psychology students asked me that question. I had to explain, I'm not unhappy. I'm actually a pretty happy person. I have different hobbies. I have life outside of this. And I had to explain that it's just a pattern of thinking about things, that you focus on negative stuff a bit more than Americans would. Well, when I was a kid, I started ballroom dancing because I was just fascinated. I was in a summer camp and I saw two professionals doing it, performing a Roomba. And for me it was the aesthetic component, the art part of it, and the communication between the man and the woman was just something amazing. I wanted to do it. It took me 2 more years to convince myself that I want to do it really, because I was too shy to dance with a girl. Now I got back into dancing for the very simple reason that something was missing in my life. And I've thought about this, I ruminated about this for a little bit, and it turned out that it's dancing. And it provides me both the opportunity to exercise and spend time with my partner.